YouTube live stream where you can make some faster changes with Nicola today. First, let's start out with some gratitude. Just leave in the comments something that you are grateful for today. We'll start off the call on a high point. And given it is freezing cold and windy as can be in Idaho, I am incredibly grateful to have a wood-burning stove in my office. It warms things up. It's beautiful. It smells good. It's just lovely. Today, we are going to be releasing our blocks to feeling and being confident and feeling and being optimistic. We're going to be using a little bit of tapping and a little bit of self-havening to do that. It's very simple. And I'm excited to get to do this with you guys. Good morning, Torian, and welcome. Grateful for your friends. That is beautiful. Jen, welcome. It's great to see you here. Fantastic. So while everyone is putting their gratitude in the comments this morning, we're going to get started and aim and see where we're at with feeling confident today. Okay. So 0 to 10, you're just going to ask this aiming question of yourself. 0 to 10, how confident am I feeling now? So mine comes out at a 10, which is good because I'm going to be leading the call. So I should hope that I would feel pretty confident about doing it. Let me see in the comment where you're at. Okay, so Torian, a 1, room for improvement. Karen, welcome, at a 6, room for improvement there as well. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making some improvements, letting go of whatever is blocking us from feeling good, particularly confident and optimistic here. Welcome, Sherry. Excellent. Starting out at a 5. All have room for improvement today. So let's get started with the tapping. You can just repeat after me, say what I say, do what I do, tap where I tap, and you will create your own changes. I release and let go of all the ways I block my own confidence. I release and let go of any way that I have linked being confident to looking arrogant. It's okay to let it go. I'm here tapping along with Nicola and everyone else as I let it go. I give myself permission to let those blocks go today. And I give myself permission to feel a bit more confident now. Wiggle your toes. Just notice the sensations in your body. Squeeze your wrist and take a nice deep breath in. And relax it out. And when you do that deep breath, it's really useful. You can begin some self-havening now. It is really useful to inhale for a count of 4 and to exhale for a count of 8. All right, so now you can repeat after me while doing a bit of self-havening. What if I am more confident? What if confidence is not arrogance? What if I take more action and it effortlessly creates confidence? What if I release my blocks, my inner critic, and all the things that have been holding me back? What if confidence is simply a natural result of doing? What if I do the things that scare me and I survive? Okay, so let's check and see where everyone is this time around. 0 to 10, how confident am I feeling now? So mine's a 10 plus, small incremental changes. Jen was at a 2. You can put in the comments where it is for you now. Continue doing a little bit of this self-havening in between the rounds, and we're going to continue making changes. So Torian is at a 2, so moving on up, very good. Sherry's moved up to a 7, excellent. And Jen has moved up to a 4. Kathy, hey Kathy, is a 6. Good, good, good. Incremental changes. So now let's tap again. Feel your fingers. Repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I've been blocking myself from feeling confident. I release the inner critic and the peanut gallery that steals confidence. I release all the things I tell myself that block me from feeling confident. I release my stories of not being good enough. It's time to let those go. I give myself permission to create space to feel more confident today. Feel those fingers. Squeeze your wrist and wiggle your toes. Sure to focus on some physical sensations and come out of your head. And relax that breath out. And say peace. Wonderful. We're going to do a little bit of a pattern interrupt with a tongue twister here and the self-havening. So let's go with, should Sheila sell seashells or should she sell shoes? Say it out loud. Should Sheila sell seashells or should she sell shoes? Should Sheila sell seashells or should she sell shoes? Nicely done. And then we're going to check it again. Hello, Shrishti. Karen moved up to a 9. Awesome. And Shrishti's starting out at a 7 or an 8. That is great. Good job. Notice what comes up for you. And 0 to 10, how confident am I feeling now? Mine is still a 10 plus, which is good. I'll take it. Just notice what comes up inside you. Notice anything that blocks you from feeling confident. Notice the memories, images, sensations, any reasons why, yeah, buts, what ifs, all those things that come to mind, okay? And now we're gonna tap and release it again. So I release and let go of all the ways I tear myself down. That's a useless habit. And it's time to let it go. Feel your fingers. Really focus on the sensation or the sound of the tapping. And I give myself permission to focus on my accomplishments and to feel more confident as a result now. Feel those fingers. Squeeze the wrist, wiggle your toes, and relax it out. Peace. Excellent. So here we go. A little bit of self-havening. And let's talk about having a accomplishment list, okay? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you have ever written a list of your accomplishments out. Accomplishments or achievements, say from the day you were born right on through to today. Think about that. Or do you just point out every day the things that you didn't get done, the things that you should have done, or judge the way you did do things? Share in the comments. Hello, Kathy, welcome. 7, very good. And Jen, 5, Torian 3, Sherry 8, good. Kathy's at an 8 as well. So things are moving, incremental changes, that's awesome. So Sherry has not done a list of achievements. Okay, I feel like I have a cat hair. I do, okay. Snuggling with the cat this morning. Should not eat the hair though. Okay, Karen is at a 9. So here's the thing. We very often set goals and sometimes we get goals, and without even taking a moment to celebrate the fact that we worked hard and we achieved something, we're immediately focusing on the next thing. And I've been guilty of this, but we have a lifetime of achievements. I mean, learning to walk, learning to tie your shoes, those are achievements. And we're constantly critiquing ourselves for things that we haven't done yet. Take a look behind you at all the things that you've accomplished, the difference you've made in the world. It's there just to be logged and appreciated. And it's a really good practice to sit down and do that. It helps you feel a lot better about yourself. Yeah, so Karen's done a bit of a list, but not from childhood, and she's moved up to a 9. It really, if you do it, Jen, it feels really good. All right. I think for everyone who says they haven't done a list, That's going to be a recommended assignment for your weekend is sit down and write a list of 100 accomplishments. And let me tell you, graduating elementary school counts, tying your shoelaces, learning how to ride a bike without the training wheels. They're there. Start and build up. All right. So now we're going to tap again. Feel those fingers and repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I've been judging myself and tearing my own confidence down. It's time to let it go. Confidence is an inside job. Nobody can tell me anything that will make me more confident than I can make myself. And it's time to do the inner work. I let all the blocks go, and I give myself permission to feel confident and to appreciate my accomplishments. Squeeze the wrist, take a nice deep breath in, and then relax it out. Peace. Good job. Give yourself a smile, a real one, and thank yourself for being here and letting go of some blocks. And let's do a little bit more self-havening as we ask ourselves a couple of what if questions. What if I focus on what I've accomplished since I was a little child up till today? What if I really take the time to take a pen and paper and write it all down? What if it feels really good? What if it inspires me to do more? What if it builds my confidence from the inside out? What if I recognize that confidence is an inside job? Okay, so let's check it again. 0 to 10, how confident am I feeling now? So mine's a 10 plus, plus, plus. It keeps going up even though, yes, you learned how to walk. Exactly. It's a great list to do. I keep one as a Google Doc and I add to it. I open it up and I add to it regularly. It's really worth doing. Okay, so 0 to 10. Oh, I already said that part. Let's see. So Shrishti's at a 10. Karen is at a 10 plus. You guys are doing great. Let's see where you ended up. And then we're going to pivot into letting go of whatever blocks us from being optimistic, right? Sherry, 10. Kathy, 10. Awesome. Let me see where Jen and Torian are at with it. I might do another round before we shift. Let me just see where they're at. And then the next one coming up is optimistic. Glass is half full versus half empty. Oh, sure, she's up at a 12. Fantastic. Nice work. Torian. Okay, we're going to do another round. Torian, that's a significant improvement from where you started. So that's fantastic. So let's do one more round of tapping and then we're going to shift into being more optimistic. So feel those fingers and say, today is the day I release all my blocks to confidence. I release anything that feels unsafe about that. I release the fear of judgment, the fear of appearing arrogant, the fear of making mistakes. It's a part of learning and growing. It's okay to let all that go now. I give myself permission to be confident, to build my own confidence from the inside out, and to share that with others. All right, now you can squeeze the wrist, nice deep breath in, relax it out, and say peace. Good work. Start yourself havening back up again. Let's check in and see where we all ended up. 0 to 10, how confident am I feeling now? Mine's in a good place. Good. Kathy Wilson brought it up to an 8. Shrishti's way up there with a 13 or a 14. And Jen had come up to a 6. So very good. Now, if you didn't get up to a 10, you still created really significant changes. And that's what we're looking for here is not perfection. We're looking for incremental changes. So I want you to congratulate yourself on making those changes. Sherry's at an 11. That's excellent. And then you can always check again after we work on optimistic and see what changed with confident. Okay? Feeling light and happy. Shrishti, that's wonderful. I'm feeling light and happy as well, and grateful to be warm as I watch the wind going crazy outside. So you can just tell the river always looks like it's different color when it's really cold outside here. And it really is cold out here. Jen is at an 8. 8 is great. And Kathy Stearns, 10 plus. Excellent. Okay. So now we're going to pivot and we're going to shift to being optimistic. You've all heard that phrase, the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. Well, if you're optimistic, you know the glass is half full and there's clearly room for more coffee in it. Just kidding. But when we're feeling pessimistic, it's half empty and we tend to look on the dark side of things, the shadow side of things, rather than the bright side. And it takes practice to shift the mind, to look for what's good, even in, you've heard the phrase, the silver lining, to look for the silver lining. There's a book that helped me make this change more than any other thing in life, and that was reading The Power by Rhonda Byrne. That book really helped me look on the bright side, to find the silver linings, to notice the glass is half full instead of half empty. So that had a really significant impact on my ability to be optimistic. So I recommend that book if I'm feeling a little more optimistic and finding what's good around you and creating more of it because your focus is going in that direction interests you. So the aiming question for this is 0 to 10. How optimistic am I feeling right now? So mine's a 10 plus, but I've been up since 4 a.m. and I've done lots of tapping and meditating and working out and all the things. Plus I went to the chiropractor and got adjusted. So I'm all aligned and feeling taller. So of course, very optimistic. So Torian, -5. We got room to improve there. And I want you to notice how you're in that half empty place, not half full. And we're going to let some of those things go. But first, I can't create the changes for you. So it takes making a really strong and powerful decision that you're going to change it. There's something called being at threshold. And when you're at threshold, that means you have made the decision that something has to change. It has to be now, like right now, and it has to be you, right? So a lot of us get to the first two, but we feel like it's all the things outside of us that need to change. So make that choice to see the glass half full. And everybody, you're going to start tapping with me. Feel your fingers and say, I release and let go of all the ways I'm seeing things half empty. All the ways I'm spoiling optimism with pessimism. All the ways I'm looking for what could go wrong, what is wrong, outside of me or inside of me. I give myself permission to shift that. I choose to be optimistic and to look for what is going well for me now. Feel your fingers, wiggle your toes, touch your nose, squeeze your wrist, and relax it out. Peace. 14,000 Things to Be Happy About, Jen. I haven't heard of that book. And I'm such a book person. So Kathy Wilson is at a 6. Karen Young is at an 8. Kathy Stearns is at a 3. Sherry's at a 5. Shrishti's at a 4. Y'all got some low numbers today. We've got our work cut out for us. Okay, so let's do it. First, self-havening and repeat after me. What if I choose to look for what's good first? What if at the end of the day, I look for 3 wins every day? Some days that might be I got out of bed. Some days that might be, I ate a healthy breakfast. What if it's just waiting to be noticed, all the good things? What if I give myself permission to look on the bright side? What if I can change my focus? What if I ask myself better questions? What if I write down one thing I am grateful for and why every day with no repeats for an entire 30 days? Okay, let's check it again. 0 to 10. How optimistic am I feeling now? So mine's still a 10 plus. Let me see in the comments where yours has moved to. We're just looking for tiny little incremental changes. It doesn't have to be perfect. And keep doing the self-havening while I watch the numbers scroll through, and then we're going to do another round of tapping to release whatever is blocking you today. Jen, 7. Shrishti, 8. Sherry, 8. I don't know if I read that out loud before. Torian, oh my God, what a shift. That's awesome. All right. Kathy, 5. Karen, 10. Good job, everybody. I'm very impressed with those shifts. So now you're going to tap. Feel your fingers. Remember, turn your mind off. Just feel and hear the tapping. That's all there is. And repeat after me. I release and let go of any negativity bias I've been practicing. I release looking for what's wrong inside and outside of me. I release the glass is half empty attitude. It's time to let it go. It feels good to let it go. I give myself permission to look for what's right and to be optimistic. Feel those fingers. Wiggle your toes. Squeeze your wrists and inhale for 4 and exhale for 8. Peace. Now, resume self-havening. Good job, Kathy Wilson. And we're going to do a pattern interrupt with a tongue twister. This one's my favorite one. Say it out loud as quickly as you can. You know New York, you need New York, you know you need unique New York. You know New York, you need New York, you know you need unique New York. You know New York, you need New York, you know you need unique New York. Okay. Now, hopefully that made you laugh if you messed it up. And if not, you just really focused really hard and stuck with it. Either works. Now, we're going to check again, 0 to 10. How optimistic am I feeling now? As you ask yourself that question, smile. When you smile, you send really good messages to your mind and body that things are good. We don't need to wait for something to make us smile, by the way. You can reap those benefits just by smiling. Okay. Torian, that's awesome. Kathy Wilson, 9. Kathy, 8. You guys are doing amazing. Really beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I want you to notice what changes as your numbers are increasing. Very good, Sherry. The smile does help. That was the first time I was able to say it with you word for word. Sorry, Jen, if I go too fast sometimes. Shrishti, 910. That's so good. Fantastic. Okay, so one of the things that's going on here now is because it's so windy as I'm facing my doors, is I get to see hawks and ravens and bald eagles floating on the wind, which is really cool. My heart soars every time I see a bald eagle. It just makes my day. Okay. And Karen, 20, that's excellent. Okay, so let's tap again. Feel your fingers and repeat after me. I release and let go of whatever is left that keeps me feeling pessimistic. I release my blocks to being optimistic. I release the fear of feeling optimistic and being let down. Life has ups, life has downs. Nothing stays the same. I give myself permission to be optimistic as I move through life's ups and downs. Feel those fingers, wiggle your toes, and again, smile as you squeeze your wrist and relax it out. Peace, peace, peace. Now, resume self-havening. Something I do when I'm reading, occasionally, not all the time. So I'm usually underlining when I read with a pencil, but I will bite the pencil because when you do, it makes you smile. I don't chomp down hard and leave teeth marks in it or anything. I just hold it in my mouth and it puts me in a smile. Something that you could do. Just saying. Well, Karen, I liked 20, but 10 is awesome as well. Okay, so let's do one more round of affirmational self-havening. Repeat after me. What if I choose to be optimistic? What if I choose to look for my achievements, my gratitude, and what's going right for me now? What if I allow myself to feel good? What if I release any pessimism with love? All right, so let's check and see where we're ending up today, okay? With optimistic. So 0 to 10, how optimistic am I feeling now? Mine's still 10 plus. It's good. It's good. It's good. Good study trick. Yes, that is Torian for sure. Sherry 10 plus. Torian, that is huge. That's a massive shift. I want you to celebrate that today. Really, really excellent job. Now, for anyone who didn't get up to a 10 in confident, you can also go back and ask yourself, well, how confident am I feeling now that you've changed how optimistic you are? It might change. It might not. It might be the same, and that's okay. Kathy, it's a good little trick. I don't remember where I got that one from. And Kathy, 10. Very good. So it is my wish for you guys to go into your weekend feeling both more confident and more optimistic than when you started this call. And I hope it is an amazing weekend for you. I encourage you all to open up a Google Doc or open up a notebook and to write down a list of 100 achievements that you've had since you were born. I mean, just being born is an achievement. Seriously. So Jen, your pain has reduced. Oh, that's incredible. That's awesome. Really, really great. And a 9. Shrishti, a 10. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I appreciate that. And everybody have an amazing day. Take your changes with you. Look for what's going right. Look for your achievements and look for what you're grateful for. Some recommendations from today is create that list of achievements, 100 of them, to write down one thing you're grateful for every day and why, and do that for 30 days without repeating anything. And write 3 wins at the end of the day, 3 things that you've done well, that you accomplished. Because this is going to, and the reason we do this is because it trains the mind to look for the positives. It trains you to be more optimistic. It's making your brain parse for better information because we tend to have a negativity bias and we're just not looking for the good. So these little things, it makes a difference. Kathy Wilson, 9. Very good. Awesome, Shrishti. All right, everybody, have an amazing weekend, and I'll be back next week. Thank you, Jen. Okay, take care, everybody.